Action.
Hi, my name is Pete Ayala. I am the BEA treasurer, and I'm here to explain to you how to socially distance your classroom. So first, I'm going to talk about the teacher workstation. Okay, so what you want to do when you get to your classroom is decide what are you going to use the most? Are you going to use a smart TV? Are you going to use the whiteboard? Any of these items? If these are your everyday items, you have to set up your desk near those items so that you are not circulating the classroom. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, so when you start setting up your classroom, start here first. From there, you can take a look at your classroom, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to start to socialize the desk. So, these desks have been set up by us. Well, not set up by us, they were already set up, but what we did here is we placed a post-it on each desk. Each post-it here represents the B day, right? And every desk that does not have a post-it, that's an A day. So I'm going to show you pretty much how everything should be separated. So I'm going to start in this is kind of like, it's not the center of the room, but close enough. And I'm going to go in a circle with the tape measure so that you can see how you should be able to go in a circle, 6 feet, separating one desk from the other. So in this situation here, if I'm measuring post-it to post-it, again, yellow post-it here is the B day. And my tape measure is 6 feet. This is 6 feet here, right? If I go across, right, from this post-it, and it doesn't have to be exactly post-it to post-it, but from desk to desk, you should have 6 feet. Pretty much from center of the desk to the other center of the desk. If I go, let's see here. Let's go this way. If I go from here to here, this is about 6 feet, right? Same thing here, going across. Here's another 6 more feet. All right, so you definitely need to have a tape measure with you when you do this. All right, this is 6 feet again. All right, separating all the B-Day students 6 feet apart, separating all the A-Day students 6 feet apart. Now, I want to talk about the teacher workstation and the desk in the front of the room. So, we purposely placed these chairs on these desks. Not that you have to do this. This is just an example so that you know that you cannot use these desks. They're too close to the teacher. If I was to measure from here to here, from the desk to the teacher, that's only 5 feet. Alright, so the outside desk can't be used. Alright, on the A day, not on the B day. Alright, so on the A day, you could definitely use this desk to the teacher, but you cannot use this desk on the B day because then here's the B day student, this is the A day student, so that's not functional. Same thing on this side here, right? You can see how close it is from here to the teacher, but you could definitely use this desk here. This is again a B day desk because we're using the post-it to represent that. From here, the next thing I want to talk about is, like, let's just say this is where students are going to possibly maybe get a reading book. If this is going to be the location for that, you have to make sure that there's 6 feet space between where students may pick up materials from and the desk. So right here I could see this is 6 feet from here to there. So definitely whoever set this classroom up, because it was already set up before we got here, they did some measuring. This is definitely 6 feet from the front of the classroom. The other thing I want to also make a notation of here is the hand sanitizing station. You have to also make sure this is free from any other desk. Got to make sure that this is 6 feet apart. You don't want to have students using hand sanitizer and then the next desk is right here. You don't want to have that. If anything, if you want to have your students sanitize their hands, have them do it when they first come in, have a seat so that this is not happening in the front of the room. I think I have all my bases covered, except that, here, one more thing. This room here, according to what I'm seeing, should only have 10 students. So the reason why we're kind of putting this video together is so that you on your own can determine the number of students that fit in your classroom, because every classroom is different. Some teachers will have classrooms that are extremely large, which is going to make life very, very easy. And then you're going to have some classrooms that are going to be small, and that's going to limit the amount of students you can have in class. And so you have to look at your roster, look at your A-day roster, and look at your B-day roster, and then see how many students you have in one day versus the other, and determine whether those amount of students are going to fit, that amount of students are going to fit in your classroom. If you have any questions regarding socially distancing students, this is my email address here. You can send your questions here, and I will answer them as best as I can. So again, you have to, take it upon yourself to really go into your classroom at some point if you haven't been in school already. If you've been in school already, and I'm pretty confident you've probably already done this, just double check to make sure that you have the right amount of space for the number of students that you have in class. If you don't, contact me, PABEA@gmail.com, and then from there we'll discuss how we can make some changes in the schedule so that there's the right amount of space per student or per person in the classroom. Thank you so much.